We have some threatening skies, but nothing to get in the way for this game that we have in store for you this afternoon. We've waited so long, and finally another season of college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Terriers and the Rattlers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, the Terriers head coach told me this is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Looks like he's going to try to return it. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll move the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And it'll be the Terriers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Good timing on the quick out. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. Third down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
And it'll be the Terriers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They give it to the freshman, his first carry. Could be an alley. Touchdown, Terriers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snags it, and there's running room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Motion from the wideout.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I loved it.
Jumped on top of the pile.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. Plows through the defense. Breaks a tackle, and another broken tackle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And I think they found a matchup they like, man. This running back has been a problem out of the backfield. Like, we know he can run it, but the matchups now, who's going to cover him? Is it a linebacker? Is it a safety? Right now, this offense, they found something with him catching the football in the backfield, and they just keep going back to it.
Quick release by the QB. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. It's 3rd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And it'll be the Rattlers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is on its way. And they got him for a safety.
I can't say what I want to say on this because I'd get fired, but what are you doing? Like, as you continue to run backwards, at some point we know, like, this play's over. I'm not going to get positive yards, but at some point you can't treat this like, it's almost like they thought this was a video game, and it just didn't matter. But it goes all the way backwards and just give up the safety.
Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Terriers. The defense putting points on the board. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Bringing it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Right on the money. Makes a grab and room to run. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And it'll be the Rattlers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. To the air on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Finds a man by himself. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And it'll be the Rattlers have their offense in high gear. Now they'll run the draw. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And it'll be the Rattlers want to crank the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end. Wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The offense changing the play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And it'll be the Rattlers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. He's got it on the right. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes the grab. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Third down and short is exactly what you want in offense, because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Rattlers. Fit it in the window for the score.
And you see so much of this in college football now. Spread guys out, find my matchups, let my big wide receivers on the outside go up, make plays, make me look good as a quarterback, makes me look real good as a coach as well.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Quarterback keeps it. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and they trail by just 4. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Terriers take the field, ready to get this offensive possession started. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Pulls it in on the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Keeps it on 1st down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Running inside, it's Shaw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Terriers.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the 1st half.
That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right, breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks and the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Terriers.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. These two-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. Then perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Split backs here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Across the 10. Give him 88 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You've set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on fourth down, hoping to get a touchdown.
Let's it fly. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They'll run play action. quarterback adapting. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Delayed handoff. It's John. Oh, it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the foot.
Makes the grab in their space. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And it'll be the Rattlers getting set on 1st and 10. Trying play action. Looking for an open area to his left. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Rattlers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And the extra point was good. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him. Lays out and makes a sweet grab along the left sideline.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. This is going to be a tough field goal try, 55 yards and from the left hash. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Guys, and the field goal wasn't good, but hey, 19, it's a pretty good lead. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Hurricanes, looking to get the job done on the road. Right now, it's early, but they lead this season opener.
Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting...
Snags it, and he's open. Got enough space, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rattlers.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. Right down the middle. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Terriers take the field, ready to get this offensive possession started. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Give him 105 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. It's reverse. Find some fresh air.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Keeps it on the option, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll lead the offense out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Give to the running back. Snowed under by the defense.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Terrier.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Picks up the first down. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Shaw. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And it'll be the Terriers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Now on second down. Maybe some room here. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Here we go. Ready?
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. And it'll be the Terriers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, it's Yaw. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to him on the ground. And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had...
To the end zone, and it's picked off. Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. The door looked slammed shut in this one, but that last interception may be just the slightest crack in opening here. That's caught. It's Brooks. On the move at the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
He's got an open man. He's loose down the left side. The tag. All the way. Touchdown, Rattlers.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Number 48, set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Terriers take the field, ready to get this offensive possession started. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Morris. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Trying to move them on the counter. Strong, firm tackle.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Off the play fake. Looking left. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
And it'll be the Terriers will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. It's away and a beauty headed toward the sideline. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
And now on third down, shadow of their own goalpost, needing some breathing room. Might be calling a hot route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Listen, the defense gave up a couple of yards, but they're happy to give that up because they know the clock is still ticking. They're trying to bleed this thing. If you want to throw it over the middle of the field inbounds, they'll give that to you all day.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. The Terriers take the field, ready to get this offensive possession started. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
There's a crease. Touchdown, Terriers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll try it again. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off play action on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Johns. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And it'll be the Rattlers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jones. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Quickly complete. Quick step and go. Makes the catch, and he's free. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And it'll be the Rattlers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Got a man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking for room. It's Gentry. Powers through the defender. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down.